Good morning everyone, my name is Christian from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to Path of Exile. During this episode what we're going to do is that we are going to be joining this Endless Delve SSF event. It's the first time I'm doing it as well, so let's click join, and I decided to go for this particular event. We're gonna go with a barbarian. We're gonna play a bit of melee.
Do you
How
think you're savage enough
how
to
shall
face
we
the
call
wrath of the
him?
damned? We offered you truth, yet still you clasped your
Zerv
superstitious lies.
Zervak. Is it
Offered
taken
you
already?
service?
No. So there we have it. We're gonna play with this marauder. Still a barbarian. Doesn't matter. And here is how we start. So you start in the Delve. Everything else is disabled. We have Lily over here who sells both these types of gems, and over here for scrolls of wisdom she sells different gems that we could use, like everything that's on the table. And we start with what? We start with a heavy strike and a ruthless support. These are the gems that you get at the beginning of the game. We have a two-handed sword on this side, a rusted sword, a driftwood club, and a rusted hatchet. Let's check the gems first of all. Ground slam, I would like to use that for the moment. Heavy strike, molten, smite, and perforate. And on support we have chance to bleed and ruthless support. So we'll take a grand slam. We need axes, maces, scepters, staff, or unarmed. Like these unique items, they're made for this event only. So you have a white slot combination of items. Let's see. So what do I want to use? I think I want to use the axe. I'm gonna put a shield on it. I'm gonna go for the Grand Slam. Every third attack with the supported melee attacks deals a ruthless blow. Let's throw that in. And I think I want something for speed, which is the onslaught support. So let's throw that in. With the rest of these, I guess I'm just gonna throw them in this chest. We'll bring the currency up as well to make it easy. Like you just right click on it and it moves up. Okay, we're keeping at that. We have some scrolls of wisdom. We have heavy strike, which we don't need anymore. For our first passive skill points, what should we go with? Let's see. I think I do like going this way with the health and armor, and get this regeneration plus this Heart of Warrior and this Born to Fight. So I think I will go this way first of all. And we'll see what more we get along the way. We need a few more items. What I'll do here is that I'll go to the filter and I'm gonna go for something that's a bit less strict, especially now at the beginning. And we start here at the top, so our first journey is going to be towards this azurite cavity. So let's give this a go. What I'm doing here today is I'm just going to show you how this event go and encourage you to play it yourself. What you do in this Delve event, if you don't remember, you mostly go through this mine and don't stay in the darkness. If you stay in the darkness, you'll get a debuff that starts to consume your life quicker and quicker. So keep that in mind. It can be pretty dangerous, and the deeper you go, the more dangerous it becomes. So it's not always a great idea to just dig down. Sometimes it's better to dig to the sides. I do like these skills. I think I'm going to keep using it for a very long time, but we'll see. We'll see how this character turns out as well. Generally for these events, even for the one earlier, like where I played that archer with the lightning arrows, I haven't planned things out as what I want to do
I will disappoint him.
too much. I just picked up, mostly I just picked up the lightning skill, the lightning arrow, and decided to go with it. Let's see, we have plenty of things here. Right now we are getting a lot of items, mostly because we don't have anything on us to filter it. Let's see, is there anything else I want here? This iron hat, definitely. There are some good items in here, like this free link driftwood wand. Let's see, what do we want to go for? I'm gonna go this way. A glass shank, sure, let's take that, because we do want to sell it. Identify these gloves and put them on us. Maybe we can get some simple boots. Do we see any boots here? Or a sash? No, I guess that's it for now. Let's see, what do we want to go for next? If we go on this direction, we have some jewelry here. But if we go this direction, it's quite the same. So let's go with this. I'm really looking forward to getting a flask, a quicksilver flask, to move quicker through the mines. Okay, nothing better there. So what do you get in these events? Like last time we looked at the event, and if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the episode where I talk about the events, look in the playlist for Path of Exile, and there is an episode called Intermission. I think it's what, 38? Episode 38? Okay, eerie weapons interact to begin encounter. So I clicked on it. Now we're gonna get a few enemies. Every one of these points generally has one of these interacting events where you get to fight different bosses.
My mana is gone.
Whether that's a bunch of enemies or sometimes actual bosses. In the mine, in the Delve mine, there are unique bosses, like endgame, could be called endgame bosses, that you have to defeat. So there's a lot to explore here in the normal game as well. As you can see, Delve has a lot of items. Let's see, can I go with one more level of strictness here? Get something like this? Yeah, I think I like this more. Go with Greaves, a rare item there, another one here, another small life flask which we could sell to make a bigger one. A plated vest. Well, there's no better time than now to get this. 2 to 4 physical damage to attacks, 19 life, -2 to damage taken from attack hit, and 40% of melee physical damage taken reflected to the attacker. Is it better than this? Well, it doesn't offer resistances. I guess we'll just keep it for now, for a moment. I am going to throw these ones in. We could be using a few more gems pretty soon. So let's do that. Let's throw these away, as we do not need them. Yeah, I'll throw these in here, just to have a bit more mana. These iron greaves, we can add those, but let's go with Warrior's Blood. And then we're going for contains items. Let's go for contains jewelry. So in that episode Intermission, we'll look over events. What you should at least be aiming for if this is your first event. is to get to level 50. When you get to level 50, you will receive automatically a mystery box. Mystery box are the type of, what would you say? Basically, it's a random draw. It's a bit of a lottery of what you get, but you get cosmetic items. So you could get some armor, some wings, a few other things. There is a chance that you might not be interested in those, but yeah, it really depends on your luck, whether you get a helmet or you get something else. All in all, that's what I've been going for, and starting from level 60 onwards, there are more prizes depending on your level, like there's a random draw for a bunch of items, so consider going for it. At least that's what I would say, I would recommend. For me, for all of these events, there is another event coming up. You might have saw there in the menu or in the episode that I was talking about with the intermission. Look, there's a flawed azurite here, so we can collect a few more, but as you saw, I almost lost all of my life here. Rats. I have died there, mostly because at the beginning we don't have a lot of life, and that debuff scales up immensely, so you can die pretty easily early on. You have to be careful not to stay in the dark for too long. Let's sell some of these potions. Get... Or is this one of the mana? Yes, yes it is.
Bye.
So let's see, what do we do here? Devouring Totem, Reckoning, Molten Shell, Rejuvenation Totem, a Decoy Totem, Holy Flame, Vigilance Rat, an Ancestral Protector, War Banner, Steel Skin, Blood and Sand. Does Blood and Sand apply to Ground Slam, I wonder? Let's get Steel Skin as well. Let's get War Banner too. As far as what to support it with, I don't think I'll add anything right now. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's check this out. So I am going to throw in the War Banner, Blood and Sand. I am not sure it applies, but it might be applying to the Ground Slam. Let's remove these ones. I'm gonna throw the War Banner in here. Look at that. Cool. And I'll keep the Steel Skin on this button on E, just in case whenever we're fighting tougher enemies. Let's get ourselves a few flares to protect us. Whenever you are in the dark, you can throw flares at your feet to remove that debuff. It can be pretty useful. Let's see now. We should be slightly tougher now. So let's go through. Do I see any differences
I cannot do this yet.
if I change stances? Maybe a little bit. I will have to look online and see if Blood and Sand does offer us any kind of advantages to this Ground Slam. A copper sword, a scare mask, leather scale boots, coral ring and iron ring and a few other rings. Let's see. We're gonna identify it. 10% increase the rarity of items, definitely, and we're gonna throw this in here. Pretty soon we'll have to think, what do we do? What do we do with our resistances? Okay, well, what do we want to gather next? I think this axe is going to be good for a while for us. Let's keep going deeper. It's going to be a bit high as far as level goes, but I think we'll be fine now. Forgotten armor? Nope, nothing impressive. Okay. I do like the slow pace of this. Found a quicksilver flask. Awesome. I'm gonna equip it with the next chance I get as soon as we reach the necessary end. They're running a sale on stashes, which can be good. If you wanna buy a stash, now would be the time to do it. I would recommend never to buy it on when there's not a sale going on. Not that I wouldn't want to support the people at GGG, but money-wise, I have to say that I've spent some money in this game buying all kinds of stashes, all kinds of things, and I even supported the developers through supporting packs. And I do believe that if you do like the game, you're gonna be spending a bit of money all in all. So yeah, I can't truly recommend it from the heart to buy stashes when they're not on sale. Let's see. Energy armor, maximum mana, and some reduced flask. Okay, this sash is better. Let's throw in the quicksilver. Nice. Where do we want to go next? That is the question. Here is a dead end, so I don't really want to go that way. We're gonna go this way then. And now we're getting teleported to a node. To part of the node where we can go in that direction. I always wanted to do Delve for a very long time. Like, the part that it's a bit unfortunate about Delve is that you also have to go on the map, right? Find Nico, make sure you find Nico, and collect that sulfite from him, or from the opponents on the map. And even though you can gather quite a bit of it, it never seems enough. But maybe that is the charm of it in a sense, like if you are not able to get bored of it, then maybe that is the secret to success, right? I made some really good coffee. Didn't have as much success this past week. On one day I added too much coffee and it turned out to be quite strong, not flavored, just very strong coffee. On another day I added too little because I forgot how much I added, and because I was afraid to put too much, I stopped adding coffee. So then it was too light. But today I actually made a good cup of coffee. It is the weekend as well, so I'm feeling quite relaxed, knowing that I don't have to work. Though I have to get ready for Christmas, so there's a lot of cleaning up to do. I have a friend coming over as well, so yeah, there's quite a bit to do around the house. Another level up there, really nice. Crude bow, battle helm, we can get some chromatic orbs here. Scroll, armor, another iron ring, let's go for the sealed one. Another chromatic orb there. Cobra lash we don't care for, maybe the coral and the sapphire ring would be good. Let's take Heart of Warrior. I think I might be also going for Born to Fight, get to this point with the butchery. So that's for two-handed weapons. Maybe we'll go this way with the elemental resistances first of all. And then probably go for Juggernaut, get that extra life in early on. And then we'll focus on a bit more damage. But survivability is pretty important, as Delve is not scaled up for you to do, generally speaking, early on, so we're gonna do our best to increase our survivability first of all, because we're getting mobbed all the time. Let's see, a sapphire ring, we'll collect this as well. Almost died there, but not yet. We're still alive. We're still good. Though these monsters do fire some lightning, so we should run away from them, because right now our resistances are quite low. Okay, let's throw in a torch here. Jeweler's Orb, Bear Trap and Wool Shoes. Oh, I forgot we have this steel skin, which can help us survive. You don't get a whole lot of chance to farm in this area. At least for experience, you can't spend a whole lot of time. And you definitely have to, it's a bit macro intensive, as they say, in the sense that you do have to use your flasks a lot. Ooh, there's something important here. An azurite vein, quite a bit of azurite at that, awesome. There's some more azurite here. Let's collect this as well. How much life do you have? 360 already. Which means our flasks are not really keeping up. We need to use 2 of them in order, 2 charges, in order for us to get a full fill of our life. Let's see. Let's go get more life there. As you can see, our Marauder friend is quite strong. By the way, you get Ascendancies. Actually, let me finish the first idea. Our Barbarian friend, our Marauder friend, he's quite strong. He's gaining a whole lot of life early on in the game. And that is pretty cool for this character. Makes it a pretty good choice for going in these areas. Probably a better choice than a ranger, even though you could shoot from a range with the ranger. It's really bad when they get close to you, right? And early on you don't really have a whole lot of protection. And the second thing I wanted to say was about the Ascendancy. Okay, we have another level there. The Ascendancies, you get them automatically. I think the first one you'll get at level 33. And so on and so forth. You don't have to go through the dungeons, you just get the points. There we have it, Born to Fight. I do love this skill with the ground slam, with the spikes and everything else. And there are some cool builds that I've seen around it. This is one of those skills that have been around for a very long while.
Return to Kitava.
Return to Kitava. Okay, there we have it. Got a bunch of scrolls here. Another coral ring. A large life flask, perfect. Exactly what we needed. We don't need these anymore. We don't need this one anymore either. So let's see. Here we have a bunch of gems. So finding a way, or here with a strong box, an abyssal depths. So how do you get to these? Like you will need explosives, like the one that you find in the beginning. Maybe that's... Let me play until we uncover this box. I am going to make this episode slightly longer for this. But I want to make sure that you get an idea of how to uncover some of these situations. Let's see. Keep the unique, sure. Just for now. I'm gonna throw in these rings. Just gonna keep the one with the cold resistance. This one. Okay, we could use these to create some better items if we have some on us. Let's see, so instead of selling this normal sash, let's see, what does this do? For belt, cold resistances, increase flask recovery rate, reflects damage back to the attacker. Sure, let's go with that. 6 armor, some reduced flask, some reflect melee. Sure, we'll throw that in instead. Let's do a quick look here at Lily. I would like us to have a few blacksmith stones to upgrade this axe. How much do they cost? 3 armor scraps, so it does cost quite a bit. Added fire damage support. Some fire damage wouldn't hurt. Maybe instead of onslaught, or maybe instead of ruthless. Let's see. What else do we have? Knockback support. Knockback could be good as well. Stun support. Life gain on hit support. Spell totem support. Ballista, melee splash, and maim support. Let's do life on hit, and I'll throw it instead of onslaught. I'll keep leveling onslaught up for now. I would like us, let's get, where was it? The ancestral totem, ancestral protector. Okay, this is something that we summon. These don't need to be in the same item, so it's okay. And let's see what maim. Supported skills deal 15% more physical damage, 30 chance to maim. Enemy maim by supported skills staying 10% increased physical damage. Yeah, this does sound a bit better, so I want to level it up. Are we using steel skin? As it doesn't really feel like it. But at this point, I need a few more slots to level it up. I am going to upgrade this axe one level. And we are going to be upgrading this shield a bit. Let's sell her everything we do not need. And then go to our stash. Throw everything inside. And keep these two. Good. So we're going back out there. And here, the way you figure this out is that nodes cannot have, generally speaking, all the time cannot have only two connections. So it can have one, it can have like 3, 4, but it cannot have only two. So if we find a place like, let's say it would be one of these nodes and it wouldn't have this connection, it would just be this and this, it's definitely that there's another way to break the wall and get a path to this item. So we're going for that. It's probably going to reach 40 minutes all in all, just so you know. Here we are at minus 12% darkness resistance because we are at depth 8. So we'll need some azurite in order to level up. You can also get azurite, like you can get it from these nodes, and I think it would be pretty important to do that soon. Let's see, we have 13 azurite, so pretty soon we'll have to farm it. Otherwise, whenever we get touched by the darkness, we are going to get a bunch of damage. Too much to really resist it. So we have to be careful with that. I do like, I think I've said this in my normal campaign as well, and I'm actually pretty sure I did. But I like the fact that the cart is moving as fast as you are moving. So if you are moving quicker, the cart is moving quick as well. If you are slower, then it does slow down a bit. And to a point where it even stops slightly ahead of you. Here we have some fossils. Fossils are used, it's a way of crafting. And that's basically one of the few ways in which you can craft during this event. I would recommend that if you get to a higher level, that you look up fossil crafting or delve crafting, because it is pretty complicated for the first time until you understand how to roll some of the stats. We have 4 points that we have not allocated yet, which we should. So let's bring in a protector totem here.
My mana is gone.
Yep, definitely need a bit more damage here. So let's make sure that we get those points. We gain the extra points. You know that there are some quests during the normal campaign where you get some free skill points if you complete them. Like you get those extra points at different levels. Okay, we go this way, and I said that we're going for Juggernaut next. Let's do that. Superior medium life flask, okay, perfect. What does it do? Just more health, better than the one that is not superior, right? Yeah, let's go this way. Spiked Club, 13 to 16. Could turn out to be better. We'll see. I would like this totem to be on a different button. Okay, definitely not through here, so let's see. Maybe it's here, like there's another box there. Let's try to go this way. And we'll see if that freeway is actually a four-way. Okay. So these magical monsters start to become a bit tougher, needing multiple hits. Probably instead of the life we should go with the maim, that 15% increase to our damage, plus the ones getting hit by maim receiving more damage from physical attacks. Yeah, we should really think about that. Okay, nice. I am happy with our progress so far. I'm definitely going to play this a bit more. I hope I have the time. Like I always say that I want to play this and that, and these days even Cyberpunk came out and I'm playing that. Unfortunately, I can't bring it yet on the channel. And that is only because I can't support the series in a way that it does justice. It's the same lesson that I've had for Assassin's Creed. There's so much to do on the map, so many small quests, that we spend a lot of time just walking around from quest to quest, and half an hour is too little for such a game. But hopefully one day I'll be able to do more. And I'll bring that game in as well. I'm thinking that at some point we'll have a slightly futuristic kind of theme. Like the games that I was thinking of were games like... Oh, we found a few good things over here. Let's see. So we don't need this anymore. Let me just replace these armors and I'll continue what I wanted to say. Steel skin, yeah, let's try to throw in Ruthless. How much damage would that mean? So we're doing 44 right now, and we're gonna throw main, not Ruthless, and it's a 50, which might be good. We'll keep leveling up the life on hit gain. This is for chromatic orbs. So let's see. We see all of the paths right now, so there might be a way to go here through the map. Let's see. There is none here, so we might have to continue. I guess we can't really get through here. Let's see. This, no. I'm not sure if there's another node that would bring it up like that far. But hey, let's try to get to it. So what are we going to do here? Where was it? Not the M. I keep pressing M. Let's try to get to this node and see if there's any kind of passageway breaking through here. Doesn't show. Maybe going for the stun as well would be a good idea, because monsters get pretty close, but if we stun them, they won't be able to attack for a little while. Let's see. Pick up Juggernaut. Perfect. This should make us pretty strong. There's some flawed Az right there. Ah! They got us. Yeah, getting caught is not the greatest thing to do. Yeah, we'll keep this axe for a bit longer. Let's see, are you selling anything new? You are. Sweep, Static Strike, Infernal Blow, Searing Bond, Thunder. Thunder can be pretty good as well. Let me show you this skill. It is, in a sense, better than a Ground Slam. And let's take also the Leap Charge, because I do like it. We need an ability to move around quicker. We're gonna try once again to go through here. And look at this. So this is what it does. It starts with a bit of a wave and it keeps going forward. Which is pretty good, pretty strong. But I will keep this one first. With the strikes. We could really use some ability to phase through these enemies, because at this point our damage is not high enough. Maybe I should bring myself a two-handed weapon. Because we're getting stuck. And we're getting stuck a lot. And getting stuck in Delve is never a good idea. Ah. Okay, we'll have to make it. Or maybe we should look for more armor. Do I have enough to upgrade my resistances? No, we do not. Okay, I'll try this one more time. And I think this will make us reach the 45-minute marker, so I'll probably put a cut in that. Oh, by the way, let's see. Oh yes, it does, apparently, at least as far as damage goes. Going from blood and from sand to blood, it does give us an increased damage. Okay, awesome. So that's one way to figure it out if it works or not. Now, all in all, I hope I have convinced you to try this event out, even as an idea. It's very different, it's a slightly different playthrough. It does offer you a better chance, actually, to try skills out, to see from that entire list what kind of skills would you like to play with. Maybe make a first-time character or something along those lines. So come try the event out, reach level 50, and as soon as you reach level 50, then it's really up to you what you want to do. Because in the end, guaranteed prizes are guaranteed prizes. I do like guaranteed prizes, all in all. Oh, I even forgot that we have this. Yeah, so this ability will help us get out of whatever zone we might be stuck in. We found the flare cache, awesome. Still don't have enough damage for the rare monsters here. We really need to think of a solution. Or I should be checking out a few chests with better weapons, with two-handed weapons at that. The shield does not help us too much. We have plenty of life, so blocking attacks, not the most useful. We don't have our banner up. We're losing on some damage. This one is a long path. When you get your characters to be quicker and you have some boots with extra speed, and then you have your quicksilvers and everything else and huge damage, this never seems to be a problem.
I cannot do this yet.
So these are like rogue exile. They use the skills you use, and they are in certain places defending these. Yeah, we have to come back here. We can't go into the darkness.
My mana is gone.
Okay, let's attract that archer over here. Done. Well, there we have it. Plenty of riches, plenty of upgrades for us. This will definitely help. Let's say some chain gloves, no. Soldier's helmet, yes. Iron rings, sapphire rings, everything to be identified. Maybe we could look for a better weapon as well. Let's see. Now I don't see anything. Like, I could go for a superior one of these hatchets and just upgrade it. Let's see. For weapon, physical leech as life adds 13 to 16 cold damage. Or 2 to 3. Let's go with this one. There we have it. 50 chance to avoid being chilled. Your physical damage can chill, which is a pretty good item. But we don't have the links. We'll figure some stuff out. We'll see. So that's why, kids, you will need resistances. Well, with that being said, I hope you are enjoying this small preview of what this event is about. Go ahead, just click join on it, try to make a character, work out the skills that get unlocked here, see if what fits for you, and apply everything that you saw so far, or look up for more guides on what you can do. As for the moment, I wish you all a wonderful day, have fun enjoying this event, and I look forward to seeing you back into the normal series next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and a lovely weekend.